We are live.
What's going on, everybody? Happy hump day. Getting over the week, and what a week it has been. It is week 2 of Trump 2, the second presidential term, second 4-year term of President Trump. And I got to tell you, it has been the most eye-opening time period in my life because as much as we hated government, we did not hate them enough.
Corrupt to the core. Just corrupt to the fucking core, man.
I had no idea it was this bad. Like, I knew it was bad because, Rand Paul would do his Festivus grievances every year and list off things that we were wasting money on, but just absurd things like finding out what happens when you give hamsters a lot of weed. I think that was one of them. So it was fascinating to watch that. But I truly did not understand the depths of which our government has been overtaken. And now I know how every congressperson, senator, and how the left has been propped up. I don't think this country has ever been a non-conservative country. And I remember reading a post a while back, and I'm going to read this I'm going to start this off, kick it off right away. We got a lot of shit to go over today. This is from Cernovich. All right. And this explains it. In 2020 and many years before that, I explained that America is a right-wing country. It took a massive censorship network to make sure people feel isolated. And now we learn it took $1 trillion to prop up left-wing media and activists via you said. So essentially, you look at everything it's funded. Politico did not get their paychecks, which lends me to believe in all the years they've been in business, this is the first year they didn't get the paycheck. And the reason is because their funding came from the government. So Politico was left-wing funded government propaganda. And I posted this earlier. I'm not going to bring up my own post. But America, up until last week, or this week, you might add, was no better than communist China. We were no better than Russia in that our media outlets were state-run, state-funded, biased organizations meant to put one political and lifestyle view over every other view. It was meant to brainwash and indoctrinate American citizens, and it was managed and run by the left and the right via the uniparty. So just watching all this, it's absolutely crazy. And then you looked at after the election, a lot of these left-wing YouTube pages, basically the left-wing Timcasts, right?
Yeah.
Their subscribers were dropping by the millions, which led me to believe that there were bot farms being operated and a lot of different things that the DNC was doing. So I encourage you guys, if you are still a Democrat, which would be surprising because you're watching this show, if you are still and they do, they rage bait, they hate us. If you are still a Democrat, again, Alan and I have both been there. There is a arc to redemption. If you do not see now that you are on the wrong side of history since I've been alive, and I've been alive 44 years on this beautiful planet, then you are a lost cause because everything coming out today, unless of course you're willfully ignorant, and that's fine. People can be ignorant. I'm not going to judge you for that, because people have shit going on. But dude, come on. If this doesn't push you over the top, I don't know what will, people.
I agree. And it's like, and part of it is, it's mostly the left wing, but a huge portion of Republican, like senators, Congress people, like somebody had to have known all this was going on. Like, I'm almost looking at everybody that's in Congress, that's been in Congress, with a side eye right now. Like, how the fuck did, like, you guys are supposed to be good stewards of our money. Every year, you guys say how much money you need to borrow because you overspend, and now we're finding out all this like in ridiculous spending, basically to also fucking censor us and curate the narrative of our goddamn culture and society. That's what's fucking crazy. Do you know who the older millennial is? Do you follow him at all?
I do.
Okay. I'm going to play a video by him because he explains this thing with Politico amazingly. So hang on one second here.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I'm even shocked by this, and I'm a anti-government individual. I'm a guy who's on the list with Alan. I mean, dude, this is just so disheartening. And here's the reason, man. I pay over 50% of my paycheck to taxes.
Who wants to pay taxes anymore?
Why are we paying taxes? I don't like any of this.
This is bullshit. Like, so this is how bad it is. Our government we pay like 50% on every dollar in taxes. And then also they have to borrow money in our name. We're $37 trillion in fucking debt in our name.
50%. 50% of my taxes. 37% going to the federal government to fund these programs of my hard work.
Our like, we need to examine some sort of recourse. Fraud has been committed upon we the people, like fraud.
We need to bring in. I mean, it's old school, man. What is the punishment for treason?
Yes, absolutely. But
this is stealing from the American taxpayers. People need to literally publicly, and I'm not going to say the word, but we need to set a standard. You cannot do this. And they've been doing this for decades, guys. Decades. And it took Elon Musk, and the left hates this because they're being exposed. And they're throwing a tantrum, and that Rankin guy, that ugly piece of shit. You know, it's like they're just I just don't understand how they're still up there grandstanding. It's like, dude, you got caught. You just need to you just need to hope that we don't. And I think Trump will throw people in jail for this.
I'll say this. I'll be radically disappointed if nobody goes to jail. A lot of people should go to jail. A lot of people. Fuck all these celebrities. Like, we'll get to this point too, but fuck all these celebrities who took money from fucking US aid to do shit. Like, they're taking our fucking taxpayer money. They're already goddamn rich because it's so fucking disgusting.
Whoever's in charge of USAID, no question. They need to be imprisoned. They need to be put on trial and imprisoned. We need this. We need those people.
They should be collecting right now. They should be collecting right now.
Absolutely. But they're not. And I think they're going to build a case. And this Bondi chick, she's really, I mean, she literally today, and I hate to get ahead of us, but today she's literally cutting off aid to all sanctuary cities.
Good. Fucking
she put an order in her first 6 hours. In her first 6 hours, she cut off aid to sanctuary cities that harbor illegal immigrants.
We'll get to that. I've got some interesting shit on that too. But this is the older millennial, and the gentleman that's on the screen right now is Jeffrey Mead. If you're not following him, you should also too. Incredible fucking content. But here we go.
Politico has been receiving funds from the federal government.
Jeff, it's actually way worse than you think. Because not only were we giving them that $8.1 million in direct payments, Doge just revealed that just the FDA was paying them $517,855 for 37 subscriptions. In case you were unaware, a subscription to Politico is $200. What we should have paid for 37 subscriptions is $7,400. However, the FDA managed to pay $510,000 more than these subscriptions should have cost. Not to mention, the taxpayer should not be paying for people to be subscribed to a left-wing news organization. What do you want to bet that when Doge starts looking into these other three-letter organizations, we find this same kind of funny math? This is money laundering, plain and simple. There is no other reason why subscriptions that should have cost $7,400 magically cost $510K extra. This is fucking criminal, and it needs to stop.
Politico has been receiving.
I completely agree.
Jeff,
it's hard to even get riled up. I'm disappointed. You know, I didn't think it was this bad. I'm going to be real. Like, a lot of people, I told you it was this bad. I'm like, I don't know if anybody expected it to be this bad. And the fact that Democrats are flailing and what they're trying to do is scream so loud that they drown out what's coming out. Yeah. But I don't think that's going to work, because every time they say something on X, there's something called fact check and comments. And I think that's one thing that's really going to hurt them, is because where people go to get this information is X, and X is giving you straight facts. Now, here's a funny one. This is actually another funding chain from USAID, I believe. Let me actually go because Elon actually shared this one. This is from AKA, and so this is
holy shit.
Yeah, so look at these contributions. Look over here to the right. Bill, Hillary, and Chelsea Clinton. That's their business number, their EIN. $83 million in gross receipts. $23 million in contributions. So they They are bringing in all of this cash. It's a one big scheme. It's one big scheme. And we have
That's
been funding this big
insane.
scheme since before you and I were born. Like it's all this. We are not a government of the people.
No.
We are not a government by the people. We are a government run by a tyrannical runaway government that we, the people, need to take this shit back. And we are, but the tyrants who've been doing this for decades, you can see who's at fault here. It's not John Fetterman. John Fetterman's voting downline Republican now. So I'll tell you what, the Rankins and the Schumers, whatever deep dive we could do, we need to open special investigations on all of these people. We need to put them on a military tribunal, and we need to just send them somewhere really, really, really bad. I mean, I can't say what I really want to say, but I do think we have a case for these people and trying them.
I hope so. It's like, again, it's so much shit all at once. Like today was wild, like wild.
Yes,
the paying of celebrities to travel to Ukraine and make Zelensky look cool. I mean,
yeah. Do you have that one pulled up? That one's wild.
This is fucking crazy, people.
Oh, so
Jean-Claude Van
$20 million.
The only ones that's acceptable is Jean-Claude Van Damme, by the way. But
I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
And I'm joking still. But 1.5 million is Jean-Claude Van Damme. Ben Stiller 4 million, and he's denying it. But bitch, we got the fucking receipts. You know?
Yeah, we got the receipts, Ben.
5 million to Sean Penn, Orlando Bloom 8 million, Angelina Jolie 20 million.
She better have sucked his dick for that kind of money. Like,
I mean,
I want a blowjob.
Fuck?
If I'm spending 20 mil, I'm at least getting a hand job, something. Like, that is crazy work right there. That's diabolical. Like $20 million. Well, I mean, it was a big, what it is a psyop, you know, because you know, the midwits and the fucking smooth brains, you know, it's been found that people who worship celebrities are they have low IQs. So all you Swifties, you're fucking retarded. Anybody who now you could have people you like, right? Like, I think Will Smith is a brilliant actor, but I'm not like a Will Smith fan. I just like his work. Right. Yeah. But if you are, it has been, this is scientific studies, man. They are not very smart. They are not the smartest. So that's who they want to influence. And that is the Democrat voter. The low IQ, low information voter is the Democrat voter. And that's who they're catering to. I don't know who the fuck Ben Stiller is catering to, because I don't think anybody knows who he is anymore. Sean Penn, my kids couldn't pick him out of a lineup. You know, it's like, I don't understand the choices, right? Like, send LeBron over there or something, right? Like, send somebody who's relevant. But look, I mean, I would have gone there for $5 million, bro. I ain't going to lie. I'm just mad I wasn't invited. I'd have done that shit for $3.
Here's another one. Fucking USAID gave $68 million to the World Economic Forum.
Oh, you mean the people trying to destroy our country? That's awesome.
We're paying somebody to try to destroy us. Whoever okayed this shit, they need it should be firing squad time. I mean,
absolutely.
I mean, 100%. Like this, and dear people, we the fucking people, listen up. We cannot let this stand. Like if Trump will not do what is necessary to make these people pay, we are $37 trillion in debt. There are people in Western North Carolina who were sleeping in fucking we're paying Angelina Jolie $20 million to go fucking give Zelensky a fucking handy. Like, this is unbelievable. And this is not even, this is the fucking tip of the goddamn iceberg. Wait till you see how much money that they were actually putting forth from Health Human Services to actually fund illegal immigration, to fucking fund it. It's insane. People need to pay, and I mean, it needs to be the ultimate payment. And for real, I don't want to be on the line for this debt no more. Fuck this. It's fraudulent. It's fucking fraudulent.
Absolutely. So the thing is, like you said, the problem is that's only 1% of our issue. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I just watched a report by John Stossel. That's 1% of the issue. What about the other 99%? Like you're looking at issues, Medicare, there's going to be fraud there. Social Security, there's going to be fraud there. Everywhere you go, like this is just this is a low hanging fruit. This is easy to pick out. You got receipts, people getting payoffs. You got anti-American things like the World Economic Forum. But what's crazy is the Democrats really do think that they're doing something. So they're like, oh, well, nobody elected Elon. Actually, no, we talked about that on this show many, many times. Elon was part of the package deal, man. Elon's like bonus. That's like when you're watching an infomercial, they're like, but wait, there's more. Buy this potato peeler now. We'll give you a free carrot steamer.
Yeah.
And so that's what we got here. So JD Vance tweets, no one voted for Elon Musk. They did, however, vote for Donald Trump, who promised repeatedly to have Elon Musk root out wasteful spending in our government. Exactly. Yep. I voted for Elon. I voted for RFK. I voted for Tulsi. I voted for Trump. Trump, whatever he brings to the table, I voted for him. And it's really disheartening to see everybody fall out over what he said about Israel. And the Israel thing, the whole like, we're going to take Gaza and we're going to do this, that. Guys, the best explanation I saw about that was on someone hating on Trump. That was the best explanation. And it was by this Jew here.
This Jew here.
Yeah, this Jew. His name's Goldman. Come on.
Okay, this Jew. Okay.
It's a fucking Jew, bro. So Daniel
I'm
Goldman.
disagree with you.
Daniel Goldman had the best read on this that I have seen yet. And Trump is not going to relocate 1.8 million Palestinians and send 100,000 American troops to Gaza. It's distraction while he tries to ram through dangerous and unqualified nominees and turn the federal government into his personal fiefdom. We must focus on actions, not words. Other than everything he said, like the dangerous. So basically, let me reread this. The first one's good. Trump is not trying to go and relocate 1.8 million Palestinians and send 100,000 American troops to Gaza. Let me read this. It's a distraction while he turns the federal government into something fucking awesome that isn't wasting all of our taxpayer dollars.
Yep.
It has nothing. Look, Trump is the master of this. I do not think Trump wants any part of fucking Gaza. Trump is run on America first. He's keeping America first. Even Netanyahu's like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Trump is just like, everybody's over here arguing about Israel. He's going to be like, he's going to come out, watch. He's going to come out in a couple weeks. He's like, hey guys, y'all got this. Like, if you need any help, give me a call, right? Give me the 411. I got you. Trump ain't going to fucking Gaza. Trump ain't doing any of that shit. Trump is just using this to get everybody riled up so he can ram through RFK, he can ram through Bondi, he can ram through all his people. He can get Elon just shutting shit down. And everybody's over here talking. Everybody's over here. Shiny object. Israel, the biggest fucking conflict we have. Israel, Arabs, we're going to fucking genocide all the Arabic people. And then he's going to be like, ha! He's going to get this shit done over here. Then he's going to be like, never mind.
So I agree with that. We even talked about that yesterday, I believe, where we talked about how it's just like he's throwing one thing after another, after another, after another, It's
brilliant because even the right, like fucking that stupid Chase Oliver bitch who ran for president of the and killed the Libertarian Party. He's like, hey, this is what you voted for. It's like, yes, we voted for someone smart enough to know how to play the fucking game. You fucking dumb shit. You got less votes than someone who literally told people not to vote for him. Chase Oliver, you're a fucking retard. Like you need to just leave. And I just follow him for the lulz at this point. But I mean, what a fucking idiot. And they threw that whole fucking underhanded bullshit at the Libertarian Convention and fucked everything up. And it's like, okay. And the Libertarian Party's dead to me. Like, what a bunch of fucking retards.
I agree. Well, I mean, at one
now
point
libertarians, you guys are not retards. We consider ourselves libertarians mostly.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, mostly.
But the Libertarian Party, guys, just a few short years ago, you had a naked guy run out on your stage at the convention. At this convention, you literally had your party overthrow your own party. Like, Guys,
It's fucking wild.
libertarians cannot be taken seriously. Half the libertarians believe we need an open border because who are you to tell me who to hire? It's like, it's just not a logical operating system. It's like you guys are operating on fucking, what was that, on a fucking Commodore fucking platform, right?
Right,
Like,
Commodore
dude,
64.
Yeah, we're running Windows, okay? You guys are fucking retarded. I'm sorry. I love you, libertarians. I've spoken at the Mises Caucus events. Those guys are great. I love the libertarians I love, right? They're good people. But as an overall encompassing party, bro, they're just fucking dumb.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild to watch the idiocy, especially with the Chase Oliver guy. Like you have David, and then like you go with Chase. So fucked up.
Well, Dave Smith ended up voting for Trump.
Yeah.
You know, and the good news is literally nobody voted for fucking Chase Oliver. Like literally nobody voted for him. Like RFK told people not to vote for him.
Yep.
And he got more votes than he lost to Jill Stein, who's been running for office since I was born. That bitch has been in every presidential election. I remember in high school having to do like a report, and Jill Stein was on the fucking ballot. Like this bitch has been running since like the 40s. And he's the first person, I believe, to ever actually lose to Jill Stein. Like Jill Stein got a huge dub. She beat somebody. That's pretty awesome. And Chase Oliver, you're just a retard. You ruined he single-handedly ruined the Libertarian Party. He made us completely unserious. And he's a condescending douchebag.
Yeah, he very much is. Like he reminds me of a leftist so much because it's like, it's the moral superiority bullshit. Like fuck it, fuck your morals. I don't give a fuck your feelings. Leave me to fuck alone. That's what I want. I don't care if you think I'm nice. I don't care if you think if you think I shouldn't say something, if I'm harsh, if anything like that. I've got every fucking right to say whatever the fuck I want. He reminds me of a leftist who's like, oh my God, you're so mean. And what the fuck? Who cares?
Alan, he was pro-mask. He was pro-masking. The guy's retarded.
No, that's retarded.
I was actually on a podcast. I filmed a podcast on Friday. I'm not going to spoil it. It was in Nashville. It's not a huge one. But he's like, well, he's a libertarian guy. He's like, well, actually, I like Chase Oliver. I'm like, we're going to disagree on that. And we disagreed.
Yeah.
I'm just like, are you serious? Like, I mean, honestly, like, look, I love the guy, but Clint wasn't going to get anybody to vote for him for VP. Like,
no.
Just because you have a decent following on X, I'm not. I can't run for president and run on X. Like, it's just not going to happen. Like,
right.
I don't even understand why the libertarians even put up a guy. Like at that point, just say, hey, we're going to just focus on local elections. And this is what I told them. I told them this. It's not something you wouldn't say that to them. I literally sat there in person at the Marriott right over there on Cool Springs. And I told them, Alan, I said, you know why you guys are stupid? I used those exact words because I'm not a bitch. I said, you're stupid because you need to do, your whole messaging is local. Why the fuck are you running for a federal office? Just throw it and say, look, we're going to back the candidate that is the closest to our ideals and we'll be good. I said this to the leaders of the party and we're still friends. I said, you guys even have, we want to do, if we don't have a presidential party, then we're not taken seriously. I'm like, when you're not taken seriously, you get less than 1% of the vote.
Yep.
That's when you're just Jill Stein. They Jill Stein themselves, bro. They lost to Jill Stein.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty fucking bad.
It's fucking dumb.
Have you seen on if you've been on TikTok the last day or two, it's a bunch of people are pretending that people that voted for Trump are upset with what Trump's doing right now. Like they're like, oh, you guys are regretting it. You guys are regretting it. And for the record, I have something here that will perfectly describe how I have felt since January 20th, 2025. I just think it would be an interesting little break for us to play, but this is me. You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. We put some bad boys, niggas fuck for life. Plus, trying to see me weak, I love Carlton. That's how good it's been. That's how good it's been. So.
It's been a fucking wild ride. It's been the best moment to be an American in a long. I have not been this happy about America. Like I told you, after Trump won, like the day after, was it? No, the day after it was announced on Thursday. I'm at a Page football game, and the national anthem played. They always have their band play it, and you know it's the Page Patriots. They run out with American flags, and it's awesome. The kids all love their country. It's very MAGA, and meaning that they a lot of people voted for Trump, right? And I remember the national anthem hit, and I'm on the field, and I'm standing next to Bryce, and I'm like, Bryce, does this feel different?
Yes.
Yeah, he's like, it does. I'm like, I'm proud of America for one. It's been a long time. We go on here and we rant, and we love America so much that we talk shit about it. We rant about it for an hour every night. We love America. We don't have to do. We love this country. We want to have these discussions. And for the first time in my life, I can't remember the last time. It was probably Desert Storm when I was misinformed and I thought that we needed to be at war. And I was so proud. I was so proud. I had this little American flag and I taped it to the antenna of my parents' car. It was waving in the wind. I'm like, yeah, America. You know, it was like so awesome. That feeling of just being proud of your country, even though for me it was false pretenses because I was 10 years old and retarded. But now it was just that feeling of just pride in my country, in my countrymen, in my people. It was just, I don't know how everybody watching this felt, but when Trump was announced the winner, I had this sense of optimism and hope. And right now, Trump's delivering on everything I wanted and more. And if you go, what about Israel? I'm like, okay, when Trump actually sends some motherfuckers to Israel, then we'll tell you that was retarded. But right now, are you really the guy who wrote a book called The Art of the Deal, which is literally about, so The Art of the Deal is a pretty simple premise. Have you read the book, Alan?
Yeah, I have.
So you throw out something fucking absurd.
Right.
And then they come back with something semi-absurd. And then you throw out, so let's say we were going to meet in the middle. By you going absurd, that middle moves over here. Right. So you're going to win the deal. So the art of the deal is pretty simple. It's called the big ask. And it's a business technique. It's a business. Trump didn't invent it, but it's literally how he's done what he's done is he'll be like, he goes to buy a golf course and they're asking $1 million. Let's say $1 million. It's obviously going to be more than $1 million, right? He goes, I'll give you $400K. Like, it's $1 million, $400,000 cash right now. They're like, how's 950? What about 500? 800? Then they end up settling at 7. So he saved $300,000. It's just, I can't believe that people I respect are actually believing that he really wants to take over Gaza. A guy who doesn't want to go he doesn't want war. And you really think that's going to happen? Come on.
So here's the thing.
If it does, I will fucking say I'm wrong. I've said that before.
Oh, yeah. And me and you have been very, like, even when it was not popular amongst Republicans or conservatives at all to be critical of Trump, we were very critical of Trump.
We lost followers, dude.
Yeah,
I lost thousands of followers after Biden won. And that was when I didn't have the followers to fucking lose. I had like 11,000. And I was like, hey guys, can we just like slow down and give Biden a chance? Of course, everybody got mad at me. You know, Posobiec, who's my friend, got mad at me. Everybody got mad at me. And I'm like, why is everybody mad at me? I'm optimist. I'm an optimist. I really am. Now, Biden, in my wildest dreams, I didn't realize he'd be that bad. I didn't, but I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I did not. I'm not gonna backtrack. I'm not gonna rewrite history. I'm not gonna say I never said that. No, dude, I was optimistic because at that time we had COVID and Obama had the swine flu, which killed kids, and they just didn't even talk about it. Like, fuck, there's no swine flu. What's swine flu? Yeah. And so I'm like, Biden's gonna just make COVID go away because he's gonna look like a hero. Mm-hmm. I was so fucking wrong about that.
They read The Art of the Deal. Like, I know he didn't invent the concept, but think about what the left has done since Trump started in all this shit. They went so far absurd, and they stuck with it, right? I understand if you guys are still stuck in the Russia bullshit, but it was clear like Hillary Clinton should go to jail. There's a strong chance she's going to, because Pam Bondi's not fucking around, and it is provable that she instigated that whole thing, lied to the American people to try to fix a fucking election. Like, I mean, it is absolutely wild. And they just started saying absurd shit. Like, okay, well, society's all fucked up. Yeah, but you know what? What is a woman? Like, all of a sudden, you bitches pretended like you didn't know what the fucking. How about vagina? There, that's a woman. I mean, like, it was so crazy.
I don't know if that was actually a distraction, though. I think they really fucking believe it.
I think
they really fucking believe it. I think they do, because that wasn't the only thing. They actually acted on it, right? Like here's the thing, like, so hear me out. Like, Trump is doing the big ask, right? Like, okay, we're gonna do whatever, right? We're gonna go get Gaza. We're gonna take over Gaza, which is patently absurd. Okay, he's not actually gonna take over Gaza. The left is like, men can become women. Then they literally force sports organizations to let men play on women's teams. I actually don't think they're bluffing. I think these motherfuckers think that men can will them. If you and I, they literally think that if you and I woke up one morning in the same bed wearing onesies, it's just where my mind's going right now. I'm picturing it. Bear with me. And we wake up, we look at each other, gaze at each other in the eyes, give each other a quick little smooch. And we're like, you know what, Alan, I feel like a woman today. And you go, you know what, Mark, I feel like a woman. And since we're here naked, we're here in onesies smooching, we're actually lesbians. Cool. So we're both like, we're lesbian women now. The left truly believes that at that moment we became lesbian women.
That's so fucking.
Did I take that story to? Could I have done that less detailed?
Yeah, you could way less detailed. I don't know.
Do you want me to tell you the color of your onesie? It was pink with red hearts.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it was.
Oh, we got 9 PB Pro. Oh shit! Look at Heather. Heather's jacked. Heather is so jacked. Yeah, Heather looks good.
Yeah, but
see that profile pic, bro? Props, Heather. Jesus. Look at her quads. Heather. Jesus Christ.
You're fucking embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing me. I love Heather.
So the fucked up shit is this. They believe all this crazy shit. Did you see this today? So much shit happened today. It's insane.
I had conference calls all day. So I was like, I was trying to catch up at like 6.
So this is America's
I saw this. You sent this to me.
Yeah, America's new Secretary of Energy just exposed the entire climate scam. Media and politicians never bothered to actually learn about climate change, end quote.
Jesus
$2
Christ.
trillion to lower fossil fuels. We'll listen to him.
Oh my God.
People who are driving policy, the media, politicians, they've never bothered to learn anything about climate change. And they don't seem to appreciate at all that the cost and affordability of energy is simply intimate to human well-being. It always has, everywhere and always. So these two ignorances about the importance of energy and about real facts about climate change are driving just a massively destructive movement, not just destructive to the economic well-being of humans, but I speak in schools, it's turning people away from science, and I mean science, this process of questioning and challenging, not the science, this sort of top-down, mandates that justify what people want to do anyway, that has nothing to do with climate change. And how has it gone so far? So we're 20 years, $2 trillion of subsidies. In the year 2000, the world got 86% of its total primary energy from fossil fuels. So last year, in 2020, that 86% plunged all the way down to 84%. So calling this an energy transition, and everyone in my industry does that. The investment banks, the companies. You're supposed to write an ESG report apologizing that you're in our industry and how you're going to get out someday and your energy transition strategy. Well, the low-hanging fruit is the start. That's the electricity sector in rich countries. If 20 years and that much money drove us from 86 to 84, that's not an energy transition at all.
It's wild.
So it's $2
Wild.
trillion. And again, audit where the money went to. Like, how many of these things are pet projects? How many of these things are, what was there was one that was absurd.
People who were
I forgot
driving
which-
policy, the media, politicians.
It's all good.
Sorry.
I forgot which it was, but it was actually shown to be some big slush fund. And you probably remember it, where they were given like to solar or some shit, and or an electric car company, and it just never happened. But we spent billions of dollars on this thing. And here we are now finding out that everything is a lie. Everything is extortion and laundering, and people just went along with it. And I know why. It's because it's how they make their money. They make their money. There's no money in politics. There is none. And these people end up becoming multi-millionaires working a job that pays $150,000 a year. Now tell me, how does someone go, and one of it's insider trading, Nancy Pelosi, just if you want to be a millionaire, just follow her trades. I mean, that's how you do it. So why would they investigate something that they're profiting on?
Yeah, exactly. They have no incentive to do so at all.
Elon has more money than God, and God's pretty rich. He's balling. God has a Bentley, a Bugatti. He's got all the cars, Lambo. Dude, Elon could buy that. He's like, give me that Lambo. I'll pay double. Elon's got so much money. So Elon doesn't care. Trump doesn't care. Those are the people I want in the office, because they're not suckling off the government's teat. They are self-made. Well, Trump had a rich dad. Yeah, but he took $1 million and turned it into large buildings with his name on in every major city. Okay. That is someone, I call that a self-made. Okay, fine. He's not self-made. He's a self-made billionaire. Okay.
Yeah.
Elon is just the smartest man who's probably ever lived. And these guys don't give a fuck, and they don't need the money. They don't need any of this. So Elon's just going in. He has nothing to gain. And they're like, Elon made more money. No, his stocks went up because people like what he's doing and they like him as a person. It's good PR. Good. Yep. And just because Elon's worth more money, that doesn't mean he has the money. That means he has the assets. Net worth does not equal how much money you have. Right? Like, I love when people are like, you're worth this much. I'm like, yeah, I'm worth that, but I don't have that. That doesn't mean I'm just swimming with $20 million in my pocket. No, it means that if I liquidated all my assets and had nothing, and I'm just sitting here with the fucking shirt on my back, that's how much money I would have. Right? Yep. It's absurd. So Elon, his money's tied up. Yeah, he could get some of it, but like, Elon uses that money for cool shit. Now you can't buy him. And he actually seems to have a moral compass. And
which is amazing.
Like, well, let's go. And I'm glad he's on our team. And it's like, and then you have Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan can't be bought. Joe Rogan just thinks too much.
Yeah.
His problem is he questions everything, but that's also his strength. And I love when they say, we need a Joe Rogan on the left. And Joe Rogan's like, you had it. It was me. Yeah. He was literally their guy. I mean, but they moved so far to the left. And the problem is, the good and the bad thing is they're still doing it and they will never learn. And they're doubling down on the crazy. And instead of saying, you know what, we want to find out. We want to find out about everything going on. They're actually out there. And I think Trump might arrest these people if they stage. So Senator Ed Markey, looks a little Jewy to me. Is calling for millions of people to descend on Washington and fight in response to Trump cutting federal waste. Lives a TikTok. Sounds like inciting an insurrection. It's much worse than what Trump said.
Way worse.
So let's see what this Jewy looking fella had to say.
It's the time when we have to stand up and to fight.
Does that motherfucker even have the ability to fight? Look at him. That man's never been in a fight.
Have you ever seen the movie Phantasm? The
I have
old
not.
horror movie?
I have
It's an old
not.
horror movie. He looks like the villain.
Okay, unless you're Jim Jordan, if you're in Congress and you say fight, I'm not listening.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't make me pull up Jim Jordan highlights again. I'll do it.
No.
I'll do it. Anyway,
So-
let's see. Oh, go
Yeah,
ahead.
keep going. No, keep going.
Not stand on the sidelines. To have people by the millions are going to have to stand up and protest.
This weak fuck can't even stand up.
When we come back here
Him and his fucking kyphosis.
the next time, there should be
Kyphosis is rounding of the back, if you don't know.
Yes,
hundreds of thousands and millions of people descending on Washington, D.C.
And then what? You're going to get arrested, you dumb fuck. You know, actually do it, guys. Go to Washington, D.C. so Trump can fucking call in the military and arrest all you motherfuckers.
That would be awesome.
Yes, I agree, guys. Go to D.C. and fight. Oh, my God, it is. Ravager? Is his name the
Yeah.
Ravager? That's a
Yes,
porn name.
yes.
That's like a porn
It's-
name, dude.
It's a crazy horror movie. Like old, but it came out when I was a kid. So
Oh,
it's
my
like-
God. And it's in color?
You have to, but you have to crank it, like.
And it's in color. Ooh.
Yeah. Here's
my
something
God.
else. Did you hear about this? So remember that bitch that wanted to lead the Ministry of Truth?
Yes,
for
the one
America?
with the musicals.
Right.
Oh, we got to pull that shit up.
So, I got it. I got it right here.
Oh, okay.
This is Doge uncovers USAID funded internet censorship operation in London run by Nina Jankowicz.
So she actually did do it, but somewhere
Yeah.
else. So
Our government was funding, like our taxpayer dollars were funding censorship on us and on the UK. We actually owe them an apology, and I wouldn't apologize to the UK if we didn't already kick their ass once. But
Now the UK, the way they've been acting lately, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm not apologizing.
this is Center for Information Resilience. Are you funded by any governments? Yes, we have received grants from the UK government, foreign, Commonwealth, and development offices, the U.S. Department of USAID, and this is who runs it.
Them in Congress or a mainstream outlet, so disinformation's origins are slightly less atrocious.
She's pretty good.
It's how you hide a little lie. It's how you hide a little lie. It's how you hide a little lie. When Rudy Giuliani shared that intel from Ukraine, or when TikTok influencers say COVID can cause pain, they're laundering disinfo when we really should take note and not support their lies with our wallet, voice, or vote. Oh, information laundering is really quite ferocious. It's when a huckster takes some lies and makes them sound precocious by saying them in Congress or a mainstream outlet. So disinformation's origin seems slightly less atrocious.
That's actually pretty fucking catchy.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I'm not
But I
gonna
figured
lie. I kind of like it. let's play it again. I want to dance.
So how many of you watching this or on replay or whatever, how many of you forgot about that?
I did not.
Like
that shit was so
that-
funny. I kept laughing about it.
That's how much crazy shit has happened. I wonder how many people have forgotten about that. You know what I mean?
I got to ask you a question, Alan.
Yeah.
Smash or pass?
Pass.
Okay.
Don't ever stick your dick in crazy, bro.
Sometimes you just have to make exceptions.
Bro, I used to run nightclubs and strip clubs. Trust me, don't ever put your dick in crazy.
Bro, I married an Italian. That's the only thing I get.
So you have no choice.
That's all I got. I just got the choice of crazy or crazy, and it's just crazy.
It's crazier the hand. So
Crazy and crazy. That's marriage.
But that's marriage. Yeah. But unfortunately, for my end, my wife is absolutely the same one. Like absolutely. Like there's times where I get so crazy in this house talking to myself and shit like that, figuring shit out, because the way my ADHD works sometimes, people, is that like if I have a serious permeating thought, I'll normally text Mark afterwards like I have a theory, but I will talk that shit out loud to myself to the point where my pets are looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing?
Okay,
man?
you know I'm not. You know, Katie is the sane one. I'm mainly insulting Italians. I want to make that clear. I'm just insulting the Italians, not my wife. Just her culture.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Thanks a lot. So here's something to make you even more upset, because we don't have, just there's so much shit that happened today. In case any of you motherfuckers were wondering,
oh my
this
God.
is Sarah Fields. She's known as Sarah is Uncensored. She's like considered the FOIA, the Freedom of Information Act queen, right? So zoom in on this. If you're not angry yet, you should be. There's actually a cleaner copy, right? Right here. So I'll blow it up for everybody, just so everybody can see this. I don't know if you can see it still, but I'll read things. Let's see. On 1/3/2025, the Lutheran Social Services of the Southwest received $422,500 from the Department of Health and Human Services. Let's go to a big one. Oh, here's one. The Department of Health and Human Services on 1/22/2025. This is, by the way, like recent. This is only for, this is the payments you're seeing here are from December of 2024, mid-December.
There's January too. January 2025.
Yeah.
January 23rd, 2025.
Right. Like,
Jesus
think about
Christ.
that shit. That's fucking crazy. But here's one. Lutheran Services of Florida, $75,948,000. They have received a total of over $81 million in 2 weeks, it looked like. But if you look at it, the Lutheran Immigration and Refugee Services received 2 payments of $700,000 on the same day, then another one for $281,000, another one for $750,000, another one for $497,000, one for $4.1 million, one for $76.1 million, another one for 5.2, another one for 16.9. The Lutheran Immigration and Refugee Services was raking in the fucking cash. These payments for the Lutheran one, it is within a 4-week, it's within a 6-week period of fucking time. Our money going to help immigrants, illegal immigrants, through church organizations, from the Department of Health and Human Services. This is one of the reasons why this is one of the reasons why they didn't want Doge and they didn't want Bobby in charge of Health and Human Services.
Yeah. Have we looked up what this organization is?
I'm looking right now. Lutheran Immigration
I got
Refugee
it.
Service. You got it?
It's just a little slow site. It's on greatnonprofits.org. Trying to see what they do, and I'm guessing it's helping immigrants get across the border. Hey, I thought the Jews were the ones doing the immigration thing. Is it then those dirty Protestants after all?
Seriously.
You know what sucks? Not only am I a Jew, but I went to a Lutheran university.
Did you?
Oh, here it is. Okay, got it. I'm pulling it up. I got you, bro. Okay, here we go. So let's read all about this fine organization that I'm going to donate money to. Lutheran Immigration, for over 80 years, they've been resettling refugees and reuniting families, offering support to those fleeing persecution and helping them to flourish in their new homes. As the largest faith-based nonprofit dedicated to serving immigrants, asylum seekers, and refugees in UFA, they have supported more than 500,000 people in the pursuit of the American dream. Does it really cost that much for 500,000 people? The cost per person's got to be astounding. It's, let's say, what was it, like 81 million, or it was close to 100 million, right?
Oh, wait, yeah, hang on. It's I'll add that. Oh, dude, it's way over 100 million.
Okay,
But,
let's
'cause they
say
have
it's
one-
100. Say it's
they have
120 million.
They have a payment on they have 2 payments on the 18th that total 120 million. And then they have one on the 30th that is 140 million all by itself. So we're looking, it's probably $500 million.
Yeah, dude, that costs that's a lot of money per person. So they're located in a beautiful building. Holy shit, that's a nice building. I'm trying to find. Yeah, so basically, it's an immigrant organization that helps illegal immigrants.
So 500,000 illegal immigrants. Why? What? I'm sorry, but
this is about their office building.
We don't need to pay nobody to come here. Fuck that shit. They should be fruitful members here. Fuck. And I know this is going to sound so horrible. Fuck the refugees. We got our own shit to worry about. We have a government that it has this $37 trillion in debt and is giving our taxpayer money to Angelina Jolie to go give Zelensky a handy.
Yes, they provide a soft landing and a sense of home for immigrants and refugees. There's a refugee resettlement, foster care, economic empowerment, mental health care, crisis response, and more. Should I donate?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
That's a great way of saying that they help people circumvent the U.S. legal system and come here illegally. That's fantastic. I'm really glad that my tax dollars are going towards that. That's fantastic. That makes me smile. That makes me smile. But yeah, it's wild, dude. It's absolutely wild. And what's wild is Democrats. They're just wild fucking people, right? Like they are absolutely astoundingly wild because they all have a look, right? Like they all have a look. So when I'm thinking about, hey, you know, where am I going to protest? Like, where should I go protest? I'm like, oh, let's go head over to the Department of Labor. Because that's a great place to protest, right? Like, because that's going to help like the people and everything, because labor and stuff. So this is protesters.
Oh my God.
Now the woman in front, I'm hoping she's pregnant. I hope she does not procreate. I take that back. But they're headed to the U.S. Department of Labor.
God,
not pregnant, just fat.
So many people are built like the shit emoji nowadays. What the fuck?
And they're wearing masks because COVID and stuff. What is going on here? They're all either too fat or too skinny. It's during work hours. Nobody has a job. They're about fighting hate. I'm not sure how the Department of Labor is where you fight hate. I think they might be misdirected. So we are the cult now. I'm cool to be a MAGA cult. That works for me.
Whatever.
Enemies, foreign and domestic, liberty and justice for all. Explain what that means. They couldn't.
Enemies, foreign, domestic.
Dissent is patriotic. I thought it wasn't when I tried to not wear a mask.
Yeah.
You guys told me I was killing grandma.
What do they think they're going to dissent from?
Protect trans kids, because the Department of Labor, they're fucking those trans kids up. Okay. So a couple take homes from this. And number one is they're either concealing their identities or they're still afraid of a cold.
Right.
Number two is I really fucking hate white people. All these people are fucking white. I saw one person of color in there. And the third thing is I don't really think these demonstrations are going to work because we don't fucking care. Trump doesn't care. Elon doesn't care. Nobody fucking cares, bro. Like you can go there and freeze your ass off and that's fine. I'm not mad, but I mean, why? They gotta be paid operatives. Cause again, I like to think that even Americans without jobs, they like to do stuff aside from protesting. Right.
Like to have a life and shit like that. I just don't I mean, what are you guys like? And I would love to have a leftist on here. What are you guys protesting right now? It is fact. Not one person can possibly think the government doesn't waste our motherfucking money. Like, I mean, you can't possibly think that they don't, right?
Shouldn't we all unite in that? I mean, shouldn't we all be like, yeah, we should probably stop wasting money on spending $12,000 per solo cup, for the, I mean, if Biden would have been like, hey, we're wasting a ton of money. I'm going to audit this shit and I'm going to get to the bottom of it, but we shouldn't be spending $12,000 on solo cups for the office. Oh, by the way, in an office where no one works at because everybody's remote. And
nobody works at it, but it's $600 or $500 million on sushi or something like that for a year too.
I'd be the first one to tweet out, bro, I agree with Biden on this. Like, this is fucking awesome. Let's go.
Yep.
Biden, drain the swamp. Let's go. And I think I think Poso, I think Tim would, I think all these other pundits would. I think Cernovich would. Everybody would be like, yeah, let's fucking do it. Let's go, Biden. But the Democrats, basically, they always take the side of the opposite, right? Like, we're like, you know what? I really think that all of us work really hard in this country. And if we want to have, so let's take a leftist point of view, right? I think we should have social medicine. I think we should have health care for all. And the only way to do that is to cut things that are wasting money or that are laundering money to the politicians that we don't want to make rich.
Right.
I don't see how any leftist would be like, that's terrible.
Right. I mean, but they do, like, because it came from Trump. They'd rather cut their own fucking face off. I swear, they'd rather cut their own fucking face off than agree with Trump
or cover it with a mask.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
masks are just hilarious.
At some point,
it's become their identity.
Yeah, but I hope you guys aren't actually listening to Chuck Schumers and these fucking people talking about fighting in the streets. Like, you don't want to bring that kind of energy.
I hope they do.
I feel bad for them because you guys don't understand. Like, at some point in time, like, I think that the Republicans and conservatives, independents like us, or I would say like kind of middle ground people, moderates like us, populists
disenfranchised.
Like us.
Yeah.
I think we've all been pretty understanding. Like, I mean, this is no shit because of the censorship programs and all sorts of shit. I received thousands of fucking death threats. Like, I mean, in 2020 and 2021, like, because I refused to be quiet. And I don't know how many of them are real because they could have been bot farms for all I fucking know. But let's be real. Like, at some point in time, you motherfuckers are going to step over a line that it's going to cause, like, because I'm telling you this right now. You guys say you're not going back. I'm not going back.
Audio just cut off.
My audio just cut out?
You're back.
I'm back.
You stepped over a line.
Yeah, we've gone over a line now. I'm not going back. Like, I'm just not. Like, I'm not going back to thinking like, oh, the government should be in control of the money. They shouldn't. They should pay for our border security. We need to reduce it down to them paying for almost nothing, and we should be able to check on every dollar of it. I'm not going back to thinking like trust the fucking government with trillions of dollars. There should be no debt, none. Like, I'm not going back to that shit. And you people seem to want that shit. It's like they have you so brainwashed, leftists, that they got you guys literally fighting against people rooting out corruption. Like, that's how fucking crazy you look.
Bernie Sanders. Yes. That guy is such a piece of shit.
Yes,
and I mean, it's just so fascinating. And then they have a David Hogg as the vice chair of the DNC, which is hilarious.
Yep.
I mean, I love it. I think it's just going to be, I love it. I love the way the Democrat Party's going. I think they should keep it up. I mean, that's what Cernovich has been saying. He's like, hey guys, keep it up. Let's go. Yep. We love it. Yep. Keep going. And then someone said, well, they should. We're like, shut up, man. Don't stop them. Like, let them cook. Let them cook. Let's go. No one's ever going to vote Democrat. I mean, they've completely lost it. And I remember there used to be like, don't talk politics, right? Like, that was a thing. Yeah. And now it's just at a point where it's like, I don't even think Democrats understand. If you're finding offense in this message, you're probably not going to shop with me because I'm white. I'm not buying from a white guy. You know, right. I mean, because they're racist. They hate white people. There was a crazy thing I saw with white women saying we should all just listen to black women. As it was crazy. I don't know if you saw that. But it's just like, I don't understand. And again, I hate white people too. But I don't understand the anti-whiteness thing. I don't understand that. Like, why can't we just be pro-people? Why do we have to hate anybody? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah, you crackled up. It might be on my end. I don't know.
Yeah,
So-
why would we hate anybody? Why do we have to hate white people? Why? No white person here has enslaved anyone, or I mean, we're just kind of hanging out.
I will tell you this because I'm actually I just saw something. Your government paid for lobbying to remove your constitutional protected rights, and it's basically how the Guilford's anti-gun agenda was funded by us, in Cedar Sinai amongst others, like through USED and stuff like that. Here's my thing. I want constitutional carry. I want to be. I don't want to have to ask any fucking government if I can carry a gun, and I don't want the fucking government even doing a background check on anybody. Fuck you, mother. Because here's the thing: everybody's like, "Oh, what about safety?" These people were literally paying to have our rights taken away. These people were censoring us. They're the fucking enemy, and until they can prove they're not, we should have our gun rights completely, and we should have our gun rights completely. Period. But let's be real. Like we need. That's the kind of change I want. Like people. I made a video yesterday where people, I hope you're happy with what you got. I'm very happy so far, but I'm not going to be happy until there's no ATF. There's no CDC that I can walk into fucking Walmart anytime I want, buy a gun that day, and fucking leave. Like, I mean, no background check, no nothing. That'll make me fucking happy because that's freedom. I want to be able to say whatever the fuck I want to say and not have somebody else's voice amplified and mine fucking crushed down. That's not freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is not, okay, you're both allowed to say something, but we're going to fucking amplify this person and we're going to fucking suppress you. That's not freedom of speech. And our government paid for that. Like we should have been hauling these motherfuckers out into the goddamn street when Musk told us that they fucking censored us. The government paid Twitter and Facebook and all these people to fucking censor us. We should have been hauling our asses in the fucking street. And that's my rant for the day.
Oh, dude, you're absolutely right. Here's another one. This one I want to find from Cerno. This one's fascinating. So this is where our money went. Like government was just doling out cash. So $35 million to the Kennedy Center, a left-wing Democratic hangout club in New York City. Conservatives need not apply. Then the Kennedy Center pays salaries ranging from $500K to $1.5 million plus.
Wow.
That is where our money goes. That's where our money's been going, to pet projects, to enrich themselves. And anybody who says otherwise, I don't want any Democrat who's for this, or anybody who thinks that this auditing is a bad idea. I just don't understand how the fuck you can still be there.
Me either. I don't get it. I really don't. It's beyond me.
No, it's crazy. I just yeah, I mean, I'm just happy we're finding out. I'm really happy we find it out. We found out what's going on, and hopefully Trump will arrest people and put people on trial, and we can get to the bottom of this. But who knows what tomorrow will bring, Alan? It's every day.
Yeah, it is every day. We'll be back tomorrow.
What I really like is that
I really like Heather.
I love her. I mean, dude, but here's the thing we talked about this before, like gym culture's always been conservative because it's a meritocracy. Like Heather didn't get that awesome, look that good, have such nice quads by sitting around waiting for handouts. She had to go to the gym and fucking kill it. She had to eat every meal. She had to do all her work. So, you know, it's just like any sport. Sports teach meritocracy. And that's why, like I said, you know, I have a skewed view of the youth because I'm around youth athletes all day and I never interject politics. I have a no politic rule. I don't talk about anything but gains. I don't talk about anything but exercises. But when you hear these kids talk to each other, the athletes, they're based. And because they play in a sport that the harder you work, the better you get. And that is why youth sports can change the world.
Youth sports can change the world. You say it all the time.
And I'll keep saying it. And I actually have a video. Right. Yeah, I have a video coming out. I think tomorrow I have that slated to come out about youth sports and lifting and what it does. But for me, it's like, and if you look at the people who are protesting, they are not athletes.
Yeah.
They did not play youth sports. And if they did, they sucked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were the people that got like fucking. They were the C squad and the Tau people.
Not even that, dude. They were probably just, they weren't doing anything. I don't even think they were in band. Like these guys, band, by the way, is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Band practices more than the football team. Those
Yes, they
motherfuckers are
do.
out there till like 8 p.m., man. God bless the band. I love the band. I'm a big fan of the band. I should have been in band. But anyway, on that note, so we're gonna be back tomorrow. It's gonna be another awesome day. Hopefully.
Yes.
And
Hopefully they'll vote tomorrow and put RFK in. Vote, motherfuckers, by the way.
Well, Pam Bondi's she's already kicking ass, taking names. And hopefully we see everybody tomorrow. Same time, 7 p.m. Central Standard, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. If you're watching us on Rumble, if you're watching us on Twitter, we ask one favor of you. That along with buying our stuff, go to ambrosiacollective.com, coupon code Evening Rants, or tigerfitness.com, coupon code MAHA, M-A-H-A MAHA. Save 10% on either site using either of those codes. Well, obviously the code I give for each site, including the products you're about to see at the end here from Ambrosia. Tiger Fitness, you have hundreds of different brands and products, including MTS Nutrition Creatine. But please go to YouTube, guys. Go to youtube.com/@eveningrants. That's youtube.com/@eveningrants and subscribe. You don't have to watch it there again. We just want you to subscribe. You could leave and watch it on your preferred platform. But if we get our subscriptions up, that means we could actually monetize our channel. And our strike goes away in 7 days. So that means that we might actually be able to get paid for this shit a little bit.
That would be amazing.
It would.
That would be amazing. So. And I just shared the link to this video on Rumble, so you guys could just follow it there to the YouTube and subscribe there. Click the bell.
All right, guys. Yeah, we appreciate you, and we will see you mañana.
See you tomorrow.
The Holy Trinity Bundle isn't just about weight loss. It's about empowering you to find your healthiest, happiest self. Let's talk about what's in the bundle and how it caters specifically to our needs. First, we got Ember, which is not just any fat burner. It's also going to boost your mood, your energy levels, while also suppressing your appetite. And if you're worried about it being too strong, you can split the tablet in half to tailor its impact. Next, we have Alchemy NCT, which turns the carbs that you eat into energy and not fat. Yes, energy, not fat. This is our way of making sure that the meals that you eat contribute positively to your weight loss journey. And girls, we all know that we want that. And finally, no morbidity. This one's my favorite because it works while you sleep. It burns fat and controls those nighttime cravings without any stimulants, so you wake up feeling refreshed. Try it out and feel the genuine difference. Here's to new beginnings and real results.